Hi guys, it's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays. I have a special guest behind stage is what I like to call it, but she's just out of view right now. So I just wanted to come again for Tucked In Tuesdays with the book A Land I Am by Katie Mullally and Toby Allen. Of course, you know that I don't read the books ahead of time, so this book is a surprise for me, just like it is for you. So I'll be looking for those comments from you all. I can see all of your comments, so I'll be looking for that. And I'll be saying hello as you put those comments. I'll wait. So welcome to Tucked In Tuesdays. Let's see. Let me go to my page. Try something. I'll bring my special guest out, but you guys go ahead and type in that little box for the comments, and then I can see your comments. And happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Hello, Kelly. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. This is a very special week because now we have teachers that are teaching online that have never taught online. You guys are doing amazing things. Hi, Rochelle from Port Arthur, Texas. Hi, Miss McCardle. So you guys are doing amazing things as teachers this week. Everyone is contributing. Parents, you are even acting in the role as a co-teacher. So I pray and hope that you're having the best of luck with that. Hi, Mabry and Miss Duke. How are you? So it's good to see everyone. I'm going to bring my special guest on. Hi, Barry from Canada. Thank you for tuning in for Tucked In Tuesdays. I absolutely love when you put where you're from. So that gives me an idea of where everybody's coming from. So let's see. Hannah, we appreciate the teachers. Yes. Hi, Hannah J. Yes, Joshua, Happy Teacher Appreciation book. So I think that everyone will absolutely love this book. This was one of the books that was sent to me, and it says to Belinda and all of your amazing students. So she signed it there. So she gave me permission and she signed the book. Of course, I never read the books in advance. So I'm going to bring my special guest on. And Miss Farron.
Hi, everybody.
You guys are
using everybody. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all of my co-teachers, Miss McCardle and everybody else that's on here. I cannot wait to get back together with everybody whenever we can and as soon as we can.
Yes.
I'm very excited to hear the story.
Yes, and many people know you, Ms. Fehrenbacher, because you're normally there making all the comments. So now they get to meet the face behind the comments.
Yes,
like a little. And you're a unicorn tonight. I absolutely love it. You're definitely a unicorn at work.
So, my nose is up.
You what?
There.
Katie Mullally and Toby Allen. Toby Allen is the illustrator. Ms. Fehrenbacher, could you tell them a little bit about what an illustrator does?
Well, when I was at school, I would always ask what an illustrator does because that's a very important job as far as writing a book, because the illustrator is someone who draws the pictures. An illustrator, a book would not be as popular if the illustrator didn't excite and put some excitement into the story. It gives you a picture walk through the whole story and lets you create and imagine even more what the characters do.
So, Ms. Fehrenbacher, I'm doing a little something special here. Some of them are watching from my personal page and I can't see the comments. So I wanted to, and I'm not sure why it's messing up on that end. Maybe it's not, but I wanted to tell you that Kimber Knight said, hi, Ms. Fehrenbacher.
Hi, Ms. Knight.
Dr. Knight is from Beaumont. My personal page comments don't show up on here, but I'm reading them from there. And then Ms. Bridges is checking in. And Miss Dr. Knight said it's one of those days, and it is one of those days. So hopefully we can brighten you up, Dr. Knight. And we have a couple of other people. Miss Douglas is watching. Miss Fisher just tuned in. So we'll get started on the book. And Matlock Publishing from Sonoria, Ontario, Canada. Loves Tucked in Tuesday. So we're going to put that comment up there. And we also have, hey, love your onesie. So you got to shout out with a little unicorn onesie. So Miss Fisher said hello, Dr. George and Miss Fehrenbacher. So here we go.
Well, hey, Miss Fisher.
I am. Here we go. Are you looking for someone? Are you lost and confused about which way to go? Which reflection to use? You're in the land of I am, a bewildering maze with distorted false mirrors to capture your gaze. But aren't all these images real that I see? Don't they show who I am, who I must really be? Yes, each one is a version of you, but beware, because most of them show you that what's not really there. What you see in these mirrors is in here isn't true. All these wonky I ams, they are not the real you. So I'm already intrigued by this book because it is a lot going
I love the word. And
oh,
is just as important.
Yes. So
with the words, I love the words wonky.
Wonky, yes, not a word we use all the time.
No.
Have Miss Ryan Gaiman watching, Michelle Clausen. It's raining here too. It's raining in the South Park area and here too. And Kimber Knight's making a correction. She said, one day she'll be your special guest. I'm plugging you in Tuesday, Kimber. You set the date. So there we go for this book. So let me keep reading. So where do you go from and how can I find the image that's real, the I ams that are mine? Well, when you say I am with the words that come next, you create these reflections and all their effects. Let's find our way out of this maze to discover new I ams, to use the real you to uncover. We must navigate through these first tight winding sections where we have to get past someone else's reflection. I already like this book. The mirrors seen here that affect how you feel have been built by another. So no, they're not real. You'll learn that these pictures are only expressions of someone else's internal perceptions. See, a mangled display might be trying to hide their own self-doubt and how they feel inside. So look how little he is, but look how he sees himself in that mirror.
Those illustrations.
Yes.
Amazing.
Hi, Lisa and Melvin. Yeah, but this image, it has to be fact. I see it right here, so it must be exact. Oh dear, it has found us, that rascally pest who warps all the mirrors we'll find on our quest. Beware of the Yabbit, whose only ambition is to make you accept what you see. That's his mission. When you spot a warped image you want to believe, just know it's the Yabbit who tries to deceive. We have a few Yabbits in our life. Isn't it so cool?
I think everybody has a Yabbit or two.
Hello, Kylie and Ms. Walker. Hello. Thank you, Nancy. You're welcome. And in here, you will find that it's hard to resist looking into mirrors, but don't, I insist, because they reflect judgments that come from afar. When somebody tells you who they think you are. Yes, it's tempting to let your self-worth be defined by approval from others, but pay them no mind. Look at that. Those illustrations. Hi, Jermaine Cooper and your boys and T Starks. Don't let someone else affect your self-esteem. Only you should decide the I ams that are seen. Plus, what others are thinking is not your concern. It's your own thoughts that count. This is what you must learn. Glancing at these false mirrors is never required. Let's continue ahead to the I ams you desire. So there's more really neat illustrations.
I need to see that book up close.
Yes, I know. The mirrors in this passage that now appear are hard to get past because you put them here. You built them based on your own false conclusions about who you are, but please know they're illusions. What you think of yourself, the I ams that you say, shape these bogus reflections we see on the way. The good news is this: these impressions are wrong. Your thoughts have distorted these views all along. So here, he's in the mirror, and you see how over the years and over time, he just,
Mm.
look how he morphed into different things based on what other people thought. Hi, Jessica Hannigan and Carlo.
Hey, Miss
Let's
Walker.
see. Yes, got great comments going here. Yay, but these mirrors cannot be adjusted. These I ams must be real. What I see should be trusted. Oh, these lousy beliefs that can form in your head, they create these bad views. Let's find good ones instead. To do this, we must now discuss how you think. It's your thoughts creating these. Yes, there's a link. So here it is,
Mhm.
how he people make him see himself. And then here, look at that confidence. Look at that. All because of a word. When you think good I am, your perspective will change. And then what appears is no longer deranged. So as we travel on, know that you have a choice to create new I ams from your deep inner voice. If you hear what it says, this view will be corrected because the best you inside wants to now be reflected. As you listen, you'll learn that these mirrors are fake, and I'll guide you on out to a new path to take. So,
Ooh, that's a deep, deep page.
yes. So look
Look
at,
at those illustrations. Full of color, bright.
yes, hi, Miss Burrow. This part of the maze leads us to a dead end because the I ams in here, well, they're only pretend. Here you're someone you're not, and you put on a show just to join with the crowd. But here's what you must know: when you try to conform so that you can fit in, all the images start to divide. You can't win. Yeah, but I'm different. I want to belong and be like the others. So why is that wrong? If you aren't being you and you're some other one, then you aren't authentic, and that is no fun. Your genuine self lies beyond these old halls, outside of this maze, past these angled glass walls. I love
Mm.
to try to be something else that split you into all these other people. I absolutely love that.
Oh my goodness, Dr. George, those illustrations
They are
and
wonderful.
the whole story.
The whole story.
The
Hi, Miss
whole
Collins,
story.
Vachi. Now, these mirrors are warped since you choose to decide that you aren't as good as another's outside. You match someone else's I ams to your own, and this causes these crooked displays to be shown. But listen, my friend, when you try to compare who you are to others, you're only despair. You should only match up with your internal best. Only you who can be and forget all the rest. You will never feel
Mhm.
in this place. So let's move on to a much better space. Hello, Miss Eckenrod. You see how this image is broken and altered? It's from all of the times that you tried, but you faltered. This I am formed when you didn't succeed. So you think you're a failure? Oh, look, oh, how it misleads. But here's something to help you get past this, sweet kid. Please concentrate just on the fact that you did. When the I am reflects that you actually tried, then the act of attempting will fill you with pride. So look in the mirror and know it's the form because you gave it your all and you truly perform. And look how his mirror is broken. Just like our hearts sometimes when we try and we're not very successful, that's what happens to our heart. It breaks.
It breaks.
Close up.
And so does our self-esteem.
Yes, our self-esteem breaks. You can't see that, but if you could, it would look just
No.
clearer. Watch out for these mirrors and don't be dismayed because at first only your flaws are displayed. These reflections will tell you that you're not enough, but look really hard. You'll find wonderful stuff. Yeah, but this image I see here reveals that I'm squatty and bent very far from ideal. For some unknown reason, I do not know why, we only see flaws as we go passing by. And that's absolutely the truth. So here's the all.
Lots of people like to call out on our flaws, but
Yes.
we just need to stay I am.
Yep. You're right.
Think internal.
You're absolutely right. Yes, it's easy to stay with the negative thought, but let's focus instead on the great things you've got. And once you begin to search just for what's right, the best parts of you will then come into sight. And look at all those, look how he's being, look at the little small things, the smaller versions of him. It's like he's finding himself all over again. I most definitely will. Here's the way out. We have made it on through. To the truest I am, we have found the real you. What you see here now is your honest reflection. It's perfect as is. See, it needs no correction. The mirror is yours now to keep close at hand. So look at it often and remember this land. There he is. A's and I ams. You're right, Miss Barlow. She said that so huge, great message and illustrations. I will give this for my little grants. If your mirror starts to deform or to bend, make sure your I ams are still good, my dear friend. Because these two worlds can be highly effective, they'll shape what you see, so be very selective. Choose only I ams that you truly deserve so they can become what the world will observe. Oh, can't wait to do my takeaways at the end of this book.
Oh my goodness.
Like Kirsten. And then here's a maze right here at the end. A maze of the land of I am. So, and it tells you, list some of the great things about you. So this author, you all asked, is Katie Mullally and Toby Allen. The name of the book is Land of I Am. And here's Katie Mullally and Toby Allen. It's a great book. And so
awesome book.
It's yes, the publishing company is, she said that you can go to www.landofchildrensbooks.com. So children's with an S. Landofchildrensbooks.com is the name of the website. So I'll put it here for information and resources. So the best part, you ready, Ms. Fehrenbacher? We always do takeaways. So go ahead.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My takeaway of that book is we all have an internal idea, an internal being, and we need to stay true to ourselves. There's so many things out in our world today, that clothing and fads and all kinds of things that want to draw us away from our true internal self. And the mirrors, they give us those ideas of what we want to be, but we still need to stay true to ourselves.
Yes.
And that's my takeaway.
And so do you want to share your surprise at the end?
Well, I was going to show just a few pages. I've been doing this.
I hid you away from the screen. You're back.
Oh, okay. I've been doing a drawing challenge, and so I wanted to just share a couple pages of myself. I am. Whoops, I'm not sure. There's
love it.
One page of I am, and here's one based on a dot. Let me see how I can get that.
It's the opposite. So do the reverse. Yeah, there you go. Wow, Miss Fehrenbacher.
All right. And then one more that Well, before we went off for spring break, and um, this one I did with our scholars, and so I was practicing this one before we took off for spring break, and we had a great time doing it.
If you put it right in front of your face, it always hits the camera perfectly. There you go. And pull it back a little bit. There you go. Wow,
See,
Bacher.
so that one, when I look at it, I remember all of my scholars in art having a great time creating their emojis, blasting them out into outer space, and adding details to the background. They had a wonderful time doing those emojis. And I think emojis are really reflections of a lot of our feelings and how we feel sometimes. And I know when we're putting emojis and drawing emojis or just sending them to our friends on our phones and on the computer, that it's a true reflection sometimes of how we're feeling. And so
Yes.
it gives us
That's
those ideas of I ams.
That's so true. And thank you for sharing that. I have a couple of people. Miss McPherson says she loves your drawing. Miss Bridges, 5-year-old, was saying, I am.
Oh,
Hi, Riley and Rolanda. They joined us. Miss Laurie, hello. Dr. Knight said, be who you are. Everyone will still love you, especially if you are true to yourself. And they say they love the emoji one and they want to do one with emojis. So maybe we can do a drawing one. Ms. McCardle said you're so talented, and we get some happy Teacher Appreciation Week. So I want to give my takeaway because this book, I never read the books ahead of time.
mhm.
And so when I started reading this book, I thought, wow, there's some great vocabulary words in there. But I like how when they initially looked in the mirror in the land of I am, they never saw themselves, ever. They
No.
saw everyone else have portrayed them to be. They saw themselves as a failure. They saw their shape. They saw at one point his hair was the focus, or its hair was the focus. Um, he never saw anything good. And it wasn't until he had a friend, and we all need a friend like that because we can't do these things alone, that steered him to the right path where he could see who he actually was. And so in the book of I Ams, even as Dr. George, a principal, sometimes people hurt my feelings and I walk around with my broken mirror and I see myself through
Mhm.
the mirror. And even if someone says you're doing a great job, you don't believe it because somebody has broken that mirror, that image of you that you once believed in. And so when people break those mirrors or those images that you once had of yourself, it distorts just like he did. He had all these images that he was trying to be, one for Fehrenbacher, one for Ms. Walker, one for Ms. Duke, one for Ms. McCarter, one for Ms. Spain, one for Ms. Hebert that just joined us, one for Ms. Barlow. And you know what? We lose sight of ourselves and
Yes.
who we can be. And Ms. Fehrenbach, if you see Dr. George, I'm going to share a personal thing. I created a page called Growing with Dr. George. And it may seem like it's always about someone else, but it's always about me. Even my posts that are negative and seem really sad, there is something that I've dealt with and I've overcome because people can't help you if you don't tell people what you need help with. Now, I'm not saying to just go all out and put all your business out onto the street. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying is if we go ahead and reveal that we need help and that I do have faults, you help the next person and the
Mhm.
next person. Because as adults, and I'm shaking my finger at every adult and at myself, because when kids mess up, we say you shouldn't do that. What we don't say is, I did that too. And that's why it's wrong. Let me tell you why it's wrong because I did it. And kids consider us as dumb adults because they don't think we've ever done it. And it's okay to fess up and say what we did so that someone else can learn from it. So Ms. Barlow said it reminds me of the mamas and papas, sing your own kind of music. I've been playing and singing it with my grand
Yeah.
reinforce that same message. Um, Ms. Cox just joined us. Dr. Knight said we do lose sight of ourselves, trying to make sure that everyone likes you. And guess what? Guess what? When you change yourself completely, guess what? still going to have somebody that doesn't like you. You're
And
still,
that's okay. You just you
it's,
just
and
and that's fine.
the beauty of it is it doesn't matter if one or two people doesn't like you, but the human side of us, just like in this book, they focus on those few bad moments. But when you look at your life and all the good things, we tend not to hold on to that. So I challenge you in the land of I am that you start coming to the land of I am, looking at yourself, finding all the good in yourself. And so I'm going to ask, because I only have this one book because it was so powerful. And when I read the back of it, it said, in the land of I am, you will find your way through past all the false mirrors into the real you. I knew I didn't need another book tonight. This book would have
Mm.
so much um, transparency in it. I saw the mirror, so I knew it would be a deep, deep kids book and a deep adults book. I'm sure you can
Yeah.
probably get it off of on Amazon. You can Google how to find it, but I will post this in the link of her website. But I want everyone that's listening, everyone that's in the sound of my voice, put something in the comments. And Miss Fehrenbacher, you can voice yours of something about
Yeah.
yourself that is good that you want everyone to know. And I can tell that you're all beautiful. I can tell that you're all handsome. I can tell that you all have nice hair. I'm not talking about the physical. I'm talking about the inside. And then when you go to sleep, if you think good things, you dream good things. So we start internalizing this thing. So something good about yourself. Miss Barlow said, "You always make me smile. Always love you. Love you too, Miss Barlow." Hi, Miss Dawn and Miss Felche, one of someone from back home. So go ahead and put
Aw.
Miss Fehrenbacher. Go ahead and say what your thing about yourself is. And you see, if I asked you what was wrong, Miss Fehrenbacher, you would spit that out like nobody's business because that's what we harp on.
That's true.
So
That's absolutely true. I think I
one of
have
my
a very soft heart, Dr. George. I'm very, very internal. And whenever somebody is feeling sad or whenever somebody is feeling upset, it really hurts my heart too. And so it's been very difficult here at home
yeah.
without seeing our boys and girls every day. And that's been very difficult for us as teachers.
And I understand that, Miss Fehrenbacher. It is tough,
Mhm.
Thank God for virtual, the virtual.
Rooms and all of those things that we do get to see them. And I love seeing all of your pictures when they send me photos of things that they're doing at home and all of the things that we can see that you are enjoying at home, and we're missing everybody though.
We do. Dr. Knight says I have a good heart. This was my one of my older sisters, Gloria. So Miss Spain said I always pray for the best for everyone. Lisa, I love helping others. Jules, I am kind and patient. I really enjoy listening and holding space for others. Miss Walker, I see the good in everyone.
Mm.
Bridget, something I would like to share about myself is that I love so hard. It breaks my heart to see someone hurting, especially
Mhm.
child.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I won't, and I guarantee you, if I had flopped this and say, "What don't you like about yourself?" The comments would have just went crazy because that's what we focus on. So on behalf of her, because I really feel like Katie wants us to look at the good within ourselves, not what somebody else told you, what you know about yourself, and everyone has good. And Dr. Knight, I'm going to pick on you. Dr. Knight shared a special trait about herself, and she worried. And guess what? Before she shared her trait, her heart was this big. So her trait wasn't even bad, but because she thought, because of how society makes people think traits are, she thought it was bad. But guess what? When she told, everybody's heart got that much bigger for Dr. Knight. So I love that Dr. Knight she made me tap into that. Belinda, I don't care if nobody else is doing it, nobody else is liking it, nobody else thinks.
Mhm.
You do it because it's right and it feels good in your heart. So adults, I challenge you for this week is teacher appreciation. It's not the gift. that makes you great.
No.
It's appreciation. It's not the gift that makes you great. It's the reward of those kids. It's those parents saying,
Mhm.
thank you so much. So if you don't get a gift because we're virtually and people can't come to your home, those simple thank yous, those simple text messages, emails, drawings. Miss Bridges sent me some tulips for Tuesday, and they were hand drawn tulips, and I saved them. And so my real flowers would have died had I got real flowers from her, but those last forever. So I challenge you with this week because it's really hard for teachers because we're used to being just so showered with so many gifts. This week, I challenge you to find that good within yourself. And what teachers and educators and nurses give, no one can take that away. No one, no matter who they are, can take those skills away from you. So I love you too, Kimber. And so, Miss Fehrenbacher, you have anything else you want to share? I could talk about this all night.
No, Dr. George, I just want to say I love everyone that's been tuning in to Tucked In Tuesdays. It's just so rewarding just to get away, just to listen to a story and to
Yes.
hear you read and to hear you read.
Well, thank you, Miss Fehrenbacher.
Mhm.
Hello, Malachi. So that's one of
Aw,
the parents. So see, that means though
Malachi
what?
and Jerome sent me a little note.
Yes. So
I
so
love those
so
little notes are so precious.
yes, and on the Homer Drive page, there's links. If you're watching, even if you're not a Homer Drive scholar, there's links that you can send things to teachers, and there's email addresses that you can send little messages and drawings to. It tells you each day. If you go to the Homer Drive page, I pinned it to the top. And you can send them a little message and their hearts. I mean, and as every school's web, page has something for teachers, the small things. So the Mathenias love Tucked In Tuesdays. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So I am going to go ahead and get off now. That book, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to reflect on that book. I'm going to put a post about that book. I'm going to tag that author because she has no idea how much we needed that book tonight, more than she could ever imagine. It's always perfect timing. So
Mhm.
I want to end tonight by saying, if no one else tells you, Dr. George loves you, Miss Fehrenbach.
And Miss Fehrenbacher loves you all too and misses you dearly.
So, guys, remember you can watch on my personal page, the Growing with Belinda page. There's a Tucked In Tuesday Facebook page and a Tucked In Tuesday YouTube channel. So I'm trying to get it where people that don't have Facebook they can still see it live. Thank you all. Have a good night. I love all of
And
you.
thank you
Appreciate
all our parents too that are stepping
you.
into
Yes,
our shoes and getting to see how teaching is. It's very rewarding, but it is very, very difficult at times. And so thank
yes.
you, parents, for taking such, oh my goodness, a time out of your lives for this.
So, Miss
So
Fehrenbach, if I could lean my head on your shoulder, I would do that for you now. Lean my head right on your shoulder. So you guys, you have a good night. Thank you, Miss Fehrenbacher. Good night.
thank you,
Love you.
Dr. George. Good night, everyone. Okay.